Explanation of symbols on worksheets are as follows. Use coloring crayons to color the picture. Use your finger to follow the track or line or show the correct picture. Use a coloring crayon to draw a line or write a number or sound. Look at the picture and say the number or sound out loud. Use a scissors to cut on the dotted line. Look at the picture. Use these symbols for the lesson of the day, which will be allocated at the top right side of each page. For example, Lesson 1, Prepositions and Directions. Hi everyone and welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and thank you so much for joining me today. Our theme this week has been special occasions. But before we get into today's lesson, it's very important for us to sanitize. Remember, when we are sanitizing, we are showing how much we care about our hands to make sure that they have no germs on them. And when you are done sanitizing, please make sure you dry your hands before you touch anything. It's also very important for us to check our social distancing by putting our hands beside us and in front of us so that we don't touch anyone. Well done. Our lesson today is about shapes, differences, and directions. For our first exercise today, please can you turn to page 15. Page 15 has shapes on it, but some of the shapes on the right-hand side are different from the ones on the left-hand side. It is your job to make sure that you find the shape that is on the left-hand side of the picture and match it with the one on the right-hand side. When you find it, you must also color that shape. Let's take a look at the board for our first one. I'm going to help you with the first one, and the rest you're going to do by yourselves at home. Firstly, we need to know our shapes. We have half a circle, we have a square, we have a triangle, and then we have something that almost looks like a ruler, like this. So we are going to first find the square. Now remember, when you're looking for a shape, you need to concentrate and use your eyes and your fingers. They are going to help you. Now we know that a square has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So we are going to look for a shape that has 4 sides. And we're going to come here and we're going to start somewhere. Maybe let's start here. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This shape also has 4 sides, but remember, a square has 4 equal sides. So it is not the one we are looking for. Let's try another direction. 1, 2, 3. It seems like it only has 3 sides, so it is not the shape we're looking for. Because remember, a square has 4 sides. Let's try another place. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I think we found it. And remember, it said once you have found the shape, you must color it in. So I have my color here, and we're going to color in the shape. I'm doing it very lightly so you can see that we have colored in our shape. And make sure that when you are coloring in one direction. Okay, so we have found our square. Can you see that this square matches this square? And I would like you to do that for the rest of the other exercises. But not exercises, but shapes. But remember to take your time. Use your eyes and check with the corners and check with the sizes of each shape so that you don't get confused. Let's move on to page 16. On page 16, we can see that we also have different items. We have chairs, smiling stars, presents, candles, and bottles of water. But for each of these items, there is one that is different from all of them. Your job is to circle the picture that looks different from the rest. And when you are done circling, you're going to color that same one. Let's take a look at the first one. We have 4 beautiful chairs there, but not all the chairs are the same. Take a good look at the chairs. Can you see the difference with one of the chairs? Yes, the first chair has only 3 legs on it and not 4 like the rest. So this must mean that this is our different one. I'd like you to please circle the first chair that you can see there. Well done. Let's take a look at the second one. We have smiling stars. They all have a smile, a little nose, and some eyes, except for one of them. Can you see the star that is different from the other stars? Yes, that is correct. I would like you to please circle that star. The next one has presents, and each present is very beautiful and nicely wrapped with a bow on it, except for one. Can you see the present that is missing a bow? Wonderful! I'd like you to please circle the one that is missing there. The rest, I'm sure you can do by yourselves. Remember, when you are done, you are free to color the picture and make sure that you circle the correct one. And don't be afraid if you make a mistake. Check with your eyes first before you circle the picture. Have fun. Let's take a look at our exercise on page 17. This exercise is asking you to color in certain objects on specific or on different positions. For example, let's take a look at the board. Here on the board, I have something on the left, something in the middle, and something on the right. It's very important for you to remember which one is your left, which one is the middle, and which one is the right. But these positions can also have direction names. For example, here we can have first, here we can have middle, and here we can have last. So the first thing you need to remember is your directions and positions. You remember which one is your left hand. Lift up your left hand. Very good. And lift up your right hand. Wonderful. And if something is in the middle, that means that it is in between 2 things. Let's now take a look at the exercise. The first one is asking you to color the bell in the middle. Now remember, the middle is the one that is in between 2 things. So you are going to color the bell in the middle. The next one is asking you to color the candle on the right. Remember, you can use your hands to help you remember which one is on the right or on the left. Make sure you are sure before you start coloring. The next one is asking you to color the tree on the left. Remember, you use your hands to help you to know which one is the left and which one is the right. And the last one is asking you to color the last dustbin. The dustbin that you're going to color is the one at the end. So let's go back to the board so we can remember our directions. Here is our left, and I want you to raise your left hand. Very good. Then this is the middle. Remember, the middle is when something is in between two things. And we have our right, or it can also be the last one. So this can be first, this can be last, this is your left, this one is your right, and this one is the middle. When you do this exercise, take your time, use your hands to help you as well. Let's move to the next page, page 18. On page 18, we are also doing something that requires direction. And we can see that there is a shepherd who has lost his sheep. It is up to us to help the shepherd find his sheep. You are first going to start by tracing with your finger from the first arrow where the shepherd is. You're going to go into the maze, and with your finger, you're going to look for a path for the shepherd to help him find his sheep. When you have found the path, you're going to take a color. One color, it can be any color, and you're going to direct the shepherd from where he is standing to where the sheep is. If you bump into a blocked road or something that is blocking your path, I'd like you to please stop. You choose a different color and then you start again. Remember not to use the same path that you were using if it was blocked before. And then when you are done helping the shepherd bring him to his lost sheep, I'd like you to please color both the shepherd and the sheep. And make sure when you're coloring, it is beautiful. This is going to be our last exercise for this lesson. I've enjoyed myself today, and I really hope you have as well. Remember, before we finish, it's very important to sanitize our hands. And we said that sanitizing means that we are protecting our hands from any germs that can be on our hands. Remember to dry your hands and to check your social distancing as well by putting your hands beside you and in front of you. But I'm really sad because I haven't seen my friend Zoe today. Have you seen her? Oh, there she is. Hello, Zoe. So, from Zoe and I, we would like to say goodbye.